Modest Mouse. This band single-handedly shaped the entirety of my musical taste. 6 years ago, Isaac Brock and the gang opened up a portal to the world of indie rock, and I haven't been able to escape. There is no exit. Exit does not exist. This band means a lot to me. They have a new album coming out, so I decided, let's make a Modest Mouse tier list. Also, this guy suggested it, and I thought that was a good idea. We're gonna be casually ranking Modest Mouse's discography, and I'm super excited for it. We're also sipping on some tea. We're gonna have a good time. We're doing studio albums only today, guys. I'm a studio Andy. No compilations, no bullshit, you know what I'm saying? So we're starting off with Sad, Sappy, Suckered, the unreleased, but then released debut. Probably the right decision to not make this album their debut. I have this album on vinyl. I have it on the fun, cool yellow vinyl. Fun fact for you. Yeah, this album's, it's alright. I like it because it's old Modest Mouse, but it's really short. Half of this track listing here is just a bunch of voicemails that I don't feel like listening to. Great songs on here though, like Birds vs. Worms, that's a great one. Four Fingered Fisherman, another great one. Always Rains on a Picnic is also really good. Think Long, I think is the bing bong, bing bong. Every Penny Fed Card's really cool. I like that one a lot too. Same with Secret Agent X9. I really enjoy Secret Agent X9. I mean, honestly, none of these songs stand out a whole lot. In the grander scheme of things of the Modest Mouse discography, it is definitely a B tier album. Anyone down for a road trip across Ohio or something like that? Love this album. I think it's one of the coolest debuts that any band has put out. Definitely one of my favorite album titles too. So much great stuff to offer here. Dramamine, one of the best Modest Mouse openers ever. Breakthrough's good. Custom Concerns, super solid, dude. Really great cello in that track. Beachside Property, I love Beachside Property. There's some songs on here that are kind of like I'd rather not listen to. Dog Paddle. Dog Paddle's a little weird. Honestly, Dog Paddle is the only one that I don't dig here. Novocaine Stain is one of my favorite Modest Mouse songs of all time. Same with Ohio. I have a weird obsession with Ohio. Obviously, Talking Shit About a Pretty Sunset's really good as well. Let's see. This is honestly the hardest tier list I've done so far. But we're gonna put this in A tier. We got a banger alert. I don't want to spoil it, right? But this is one of my favorite albums of all time. I don't know why I said it like that. This is one of my favorite albums of all time. Like, hands down, no cap on a static. Oh yeah, that's some nice tea. I know I said that Dramamine was the best album opener, but I think it's actually Teeth Like God's True Sign. It's such a great opener. It's really amazing energy coming off here. Setting the tone for the album, setting the themes for the album, really just laying it all out for you on a flat piece of paper saying, this is what you're gonna fucking listen to for the next hour and 15 minutes. Hardcook's Brain is super cool. There's like the vinyl scratches in there, dude. I love the vinyl scratches in there. Lounge Closing Time is also another one of my favorites. Doing the Cockroach. God damn, dude. Doing the Cockroach is so good. Literally the best hook to any song I've ever heard in my life. I was in heaven. I was in hell. I believe in neither, but I fear him as well. Relatable, dog. Me and Isaac were like the same person, dude. Love me some Cowboy Dan. Trailer Trash. More like Trailer Banger, you know what I'm saying? You gotta love Shit Luck. Trucker's Atlas is like probably my favorite car seat head. Trucker's Atlas is probably my favorite Modest Mouse song of all time. I don't know if I could say that with confidence, but I could definitely say that. Styrofoam Boots, It's All Nice, All Nice. Love the second half of that song. I gotta say, when I was first listening to this album back in the day, when the drums kicked in, it scared the shit out of me. Multiple times it scared me because I forget that it's coming. I mean, I already basically said it's one of my top 5 albums of all time. I just gotta throw it right up on the S tier. We got another banger. Modest Mouse has really just went all out on their first 3 albums and then said, all right, we're giving up. I'm just kidding. The Moon and Antarctica. This thing is loaded. Absolutely loaded. They got more experimental with it. They got more weird with it. And they nailed it. Let me just say, they nailed it. Third Planet, great opener. Gravity Rides Everything is also another nice track. When he's talking about how he wakes up in the morning and he wants to go back to sleep. I'm telling you, dude, me and Isaac are the same person. Minus the drugs. And then Dark Center of the Universe is when things start getting a little wild. Things start getting a little spooky. Tiny Cities Made of Ashes. Holy schmoly, that bass line, dude. And then A Different City. I don't know if there's a lot of love for this track, but I love A Different City. Looking at the plays just here on Spotify, it's one of the lowest on here. It is the lowest on here. Whoa, yeah, A Different City is super underrated, dude. I fucking love that track. That track is so great. The guitars in it, the energy in it, I love the vocal delivery in it. Let's bump it. Alone Down There is also a fun one. I don't want you to be alone down there. Stars Are Projectors. Do I even have to say anything, man? Amazing track. 8 minutes of greatness. Paper Thin Walls is super phenomenal. Love that track. Super catchy, really fun. I Came as a Rat is one of my first Modest Mouse experiences. It's one of the first Modest Mouse songs that I fell in love with. Life Like Weeds, also super sick. I also really like What People Are Made Of. Yeah, super solid album. Not a whole lot wrong with it. In fact, I would say that it's an S tier album. Yeah, it's an S tier album. This is the first Modest Mouse album that I ever listened to. Definitely their like breakout album, right? Or at least into the mainstream, because they broke out with Float On. Everyone knows Float On. 240 million plays on Spotify. Sheesh. It's definitely a really good album. There's some tracks on this thing that I don't completely vibe with. First, let's talk about the highlights here, right? Let's talk about The World at Large. Let's talk about Float On. The Ocean Breathes Salty. Okay, Don't Hate Me. Dance Hall. Banger alert. While it might not be the most lyrically captivating, the instrumental to Dance Hall is pretty wild and pretty enjoyable to listen to. I like it a lot. I like Dance Hall. Let me know in the comments if there's any other dancers. Maybe we could start our own dance hall. One of the first Modest Mouse songs that I fell in love with was Bukowski. Same with The View. The View is really great. I really like Black Cadillacs as well. But there are tracks on this thing that I don't necessarily care for, such as Horn Intro, Dig Your Grave. No, but for real, I don't like Bury Me With It. I don't like Satin and Coffin. I don't like This Devil's Workday. But for the most part, it is a solid album, and the good outweighs the bad. I'll give you that. If anyone hates me for this, I'm sorry. But I'm throwing it in B tier. It's going above Sad Sappy, but it's going in B tier. Because I go back to Long Drive more than I go back to Good News. And let me just tell you, this next album that we're going to be talking about is a banger. I love this album, guys. This album makes me feel some type of way. There's great tracks on this thing. Johnny Marr plays the guitar on this thing. I don't even listen to the Smiths, but the fact that Johnny Marr is playing on this thing is pretty dope. I just love all the tracks on here, guys. I don't go back to it a lot, but the times that I do go back to it, it was beautiful. You know, songs like Florida. I love Florida. Florida. Party of the Century. I love everything about Party of the Century. The end where Isaac is frantically yelling about how you're gonna die and someone's gonna steal your carbon. Fly Trapped in a Jar is one of the coolest tracks, dude. Education. I love Education. I love the song Education. I don't like the education system at all. I hate college. Steam and Genius is really cool as well. Same as Spit and Venom. Love Spit and Venom. I just love... I guess I don't really like every track on this thing. I guess we got everything's kind of forgettable. Same with People as Places as People. But like I said, guys, I don't have a problem with this album. This is going in A tier, guys. I am putting this with Long Drive. Long Drive is definitely better than it, though. Now we get into rocky territory. Let loose with your charms, go reckless. This was the album that drew me into Modest Mouse. The Ground Wash and Time in the Box is the song that made me go, yeah, I want to listen to this band. I don't entirely hate this album. I know there's some people who fucking despise this album. I think there's some good songs in it. Ansel is good. Same with Coyotes. Coyotes is good. I like Coyotes. I really like Sugar Boats. And then I really like The Best Room as well. I think The Best Room is really good. Also, okay. Also, Pistol. Forget the lyrical content of it. I hate the lyrics of the song, but I think the instrumental is pretty alright. Everything else on this album that I did not mention in the highlights is just really boring. I despise Wicked Campaign and Be Brave. I think those tracks are awful. I love Modest Mouse, but if you try to get me to listen to Wicked Campaign one more time, I'm gonna flip out, dude. This is just a boring album, especially compared to all their other tracks or all their other albums. This is really boring. Like I said, there's highlights in it, but nothing sticks out. For that reason, I'm gonna have to throw this in C tier. It is so mid. It is the middest album I've ever heard in my life. It's closing time. I'm about done with my tea. Boo! Booyah! Boo! This is the official Modest Mouse tier list. My opinion is right, yours is wrong. Remember that. Follow me on Twitter and I'll tweet out my position of the new Modest Mouse album when it comes out. Let me know where you'll put these albums. Also, give me more suggestions for tier lists. You guys seem to be enjoying them. I'm enjoying them. Hit that subscribe button. It would mean a lot to me. Thank you for checking this out. Thank you for watching the video, especially if you stayed till the end here. I really appreciate you. Peace!